Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Kasha and welcome back to another Thriller Thursday.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the beat back.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Kasha here again. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I am here for you every Thursday with a new and exciting thriller. Today, I'm fixing to do a story down in Little Rock, Arkansas on a gentleman whose name is James Waybern Hall. He is also known as the Arkansas Butcher, Big Jim for his size, and also Red for his wavy red hair. He is a serial killer known to rob and murder his victims. Story begins. James Hall was born January 28th of 1921. James had 9 siblings and he was raised by strict parents. His father was a farmer and a pastor, and his mother was a homemaker. Now, when James was around 12 years old, he suffered a brain injury. They believe that was possible from the result of his father beating him. Injuries can really mess you up. He walked at a fast pace and leaned to the left as he was walking. One of his legs had all gray hair on it. In 1943, he was drafted by the Navy.
To turn you gaggle of maggots into a well-disciplined cadet unit. From this day forward, your sorry asses belong to me. You will not eat, sleep, drink, blow your nose, or even dig in your butts without my say-so. Know this, killing is my business, ladies, and business is good. What the hell was that, you little freckle-faced cartoon? Did I give you permission to sneeze, Opie?
No, sir.
Then you hold it in, you big-eared turd, otherwise I'll kick your ass back to Mayberry. Oh, I see we have a sickly boy on our hands. Well, we're gonna have to boost your immune system, son. Drop down, give me 25 push-up now. Count 'em out.
1, sir.
He did all his best efforts to escape the military. James was eventually dishonorably discharged from the Navy after just 8 weeks of training. Now he went back home to Little Rock. He married 19-year-old Farron Clemmings on March 14th, 1944. But their relationship was a stormy one, marked by a brief separation that very June. So they got married in March, April, May, June. Bye, honey. When September 28th rolled around, James paid a visit to his father-in-law. He told his father-in-law that Farron had left him and deserted him 3 days earlier. Police were notified, logging reports of the young woman's disappearance. And then they closed their investigation after 1 week, declaring her a probable runaway. Their theory was bolstered 2 months later when relatives had received a Christmas card that was postmarked from California with Farron's signature. But James Hall borrowed this Christmas card before police were able to examine it, and it somehow just got misplaced, disappeared. January 29th, 1945, loggers discovered an abandoned car southwest of Little Rock. There was a dead man slumped up against the wheel with 1 single bullet in his heart. He was identified as Camden barber Carl Hamilton. The victim had been dead for several days before his body was found. Homicide detectives had no reason to connect this dead body with the runaway woman. Just a couple days later, on February 1st, the toll began to rise. E.C. Adams vanished en route to his job at the Little Rock War Plant. His car was found outside of Fordyce, northwest of Camden. Searchers located his body in some nearby brush. There was one single bullet shot into his brain. That same day, trucker Doyle Malhern was reported long overdue on a scheduled meat delivery. His vehicle was found hours later near Stuttgart, southeast of Little Rock. A sweep of the area turned up his body, one shot through the head. His pockets emptied of $125 of company cash. The thing about James is that he would travel the countryside hitchhiking. People would give him rides, and in return, he would kill them and rob them. Now, police were still without a suspect on March 2nd when James Hall was arrested for a bar fight in Little Rock, Arkansas. He was fined, $106.90 on his plea of guilty to simple assault. Now, authorities became more interested in Mr. Hall when an acquaintance told them that they loaned out a car to him on January 28th. They told police that there was a loaded pistol in the glove compartment when they gave the car to James, to Mr. Hall. They said when they came back, there was exactly one bullet missing from the clip. When Hall returned the car on January 29th, ballistics tests revealed that that exact gun was used to kill Carl Hamilton. On March 9th, 1945, a burned out car was found near Heber Springs, Arkansas. An incarcerated body was retrieved from the back seat of the vehicle. They identified using dental charts to find out that the body belonged to J.D. Newcomb Jr. of Little Rock. They searched James Hall's lodgings. They found substantial quantities of ammunition and shaving gear that was stolen from Carl Hamilton. Mr. Hall was arrested on March 15th. He confessed to the series of hold-up murders that earned him less than $300. He also led detectives to the site where his wife was buried. Surprised to learn that a farmer had found her skull months earlier. Identified by her crooked teeth, Faron was finally laid to rest. James Hall was convicted of murder after a 2-day trial in May of 1945. He was sentenced to death, escorted to the chair on January 4th, 1946, right before his 26th birthday, right before his 25th birthday. Guy did all this before he even hit 25. Crazy. Just less than a year after his conviction, Hall was all smiles and laughing and joking with his guards.
Boys, I'm not afraid,
he told them as they strapped him in and fastened the electrodes to his freshly shaven head.
I can take it.
So, what did you all think of James Waybern Hall? I found out that his body is buried in Enola, Arkansas. Now, do you all think that that brain injury had something to do with James' craziness? Do you think that his outcome would have been any different if he wasn't beaten as a child and had the injury? Just let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And one more thing, I am starting Mystery Mondays. This Monday, check out my new mystery video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying to the end. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye-bye. Whoa, that was scary.